And I think I remember back, I was lucky enough to get in the cell phone business back in the early 80s, and everybody thought it was going to be a small business, and they were wrong, and I got rich. I think we're looking at the same kind of transformation about to take place, and we are going to have to wrap our arms around it. We've talked about some of the consumer protection issues, but we've got money laundering issues. We've got cybersecurity issues. A third of the Bitcoin exchanges have been cyber hacked between 2009 and 2015.
Crypto Smash!
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Crypto Smash. That clip was Senator Mark Warner from Virginia basically comparing crypto to the cell phone boom. Basically saying he got rich off, getting in early into cell phone, and he's comparing it to, crypto. If you get in early enough, has a lot of potential. And he's just also acknowledging the fact that this is a big, big change in how we think about finances. And I just thought it was really funny. I mean, he says some things afterwards and I may not agree with, but I like that he brought that up. I mean, I'm an American and I have the right to get involved if I feel like this is something that is going to get big. And it's also just funny to hear senators talk about crypto when they really don't know that much about it, but they know there's a lot of money in it. So I just want to take a few minutes to talk about the SEC hearing. It was very interesting. It was kind of cringy. I mean, not a lot of them know what they're talking about, if at all. The lawyers that were representing us, or the people that were representing crypto, did a decent job. One did better than the other, but it's just it was an all around positive thing. I mean, if you follow Twitter, you can see some of the highlights in it, but basically America is acknowledging the fact that with proper balance and sound policy, this can help evolve America's technology over time, their financial, how we view finances. Now, I know that may not be accepted by a lot of Americans, and I know there's going to be a lot of backlash for, just a lot of people don't want to get involved in this. It changes everything. But one thing I thought was really good, and one of my favorite quotes was, "We owe it to this new generation to respect their interest in this new technology with a thoughtful regulatory approach." And yes, they want to regulate it, but they're the government. That's their job, is to regulate it for a lot of people that may not know what they're doing. And that was a lot of their arguments. A lot of the senators were bringing up the fact that what do you do if someone gets into something and they lose all their money? I mean, I assume they're talking about pump and dumps and BitConnect and things like that. But people gamble and people buy lottery tickets and people do a lot of things that, humans have their own free will. They can do what they want. And so I think the argument of saying, oh, what if they lose all their money? Well, people do that all the time. People, they're not going to, if you know about crypto right now, more than likely there aren't people out there putting all their money in who have a ton of money, who are maybe in their 50s or 60s. Now, I did find it interesting that Washington Post came up with a article about how they were interviewing someone in Kentucky, and this person was saying, Bitcoin is my pension when I retire. And so they were arguing, saying how dangerous that is, to think that someone in Kentucky who wants a pension is relying on Bitcoin for his retirement. And the senators were saying that's not okay, because what if more people do that? Yada, yada, yada. Things like that. So I'm going to leave an article that I found that was pretty good. It's by cointelegraph.com, and it kind of gives you some highlights. Also, I would encourage you to go through some of the Twitter highlights. There's some quotes that may help you with understanding what happened today. I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers are going to have some videos out, but the crypto market is recovering to a certain extent, kind of. I mean, granted, anything could happen, but money is going back in slowly. Bitcoin's rising. Now, does that make it does make me a little worried that it's rising so fast, but the fact that America at least acknowledged it and said, basically it's very positive things, I think that's good, and I hope the best for it. So it will be interesting to watch the next couple weeks. It will also just be interesting to watch how America deals with the fact that, in my opinion, crypto is taking over a lot of their finances. I mean, it's a whole nother section of their finances that they really don't know what to do with. And they're not going to be able to sweep it under the rug, especially Bitcoin. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I've done a tiny bit of research on Hashgraph. And so we're currently on the Bitcoin blockchain, which is open source. But a Harvard professor has been working on this thing called Hashgraph, and they're claiming it's decentralized technology. I don't believe it is. It's not. It's not even open source. But I do wonder, this is just a wonder prediction, if our government will use Hashgraph over what we have now. And I know that may be a long time from now, but it would be an easy way for the government to centralize and be able to control the market a little bit easier. And I hope that doesn't happen. And I really don't agree that that's okay. But it would make sense if you're a government and you're trying to regulate something, you would want to use a blockchain that was, could be regulated. Now, I don't support Hashgraph. I just know that it's something that people are talking about, and I hate that they market it as decentralized. You're not decentralized. You're not. Okay, you're not even open source. Governments can do whatever they want. They can, they can make things what they want, and it's just ridiculous. It's just, but now, do I think it has potential? And I think there could be money in it if you get in early. I don't even know what that would look like, but yeah, especially if the government uses it to regulate the market in the future. So that's just my thought. Maybe you guys have some thoughts. Let me know. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day or night.